Hey there, Pole Masters, it's Sky Ninja, and I'm doing an on-the-fly, no-script video, of the most recent Toys for Bob livestream. Just in case you missed it, or, I don't know, you don't want to watch it for some reason, I'm just gonna go over a few of the cool points they went over. Just gonna get it right off the bat. There was no remake announcement or anything. They were just going over their favorite things. I don't know why I'm out of breath, but I guess I just am. So, I wrote down a page of notes, and I'm gonna go over them really quickly, just to get them over with. Just some cool beta stuff, some Spyro's Kingdom things, some toy design, some integration. So, let's get right into it. So, at the beginning of the stream, they mostly just kind of recounted about a few things that they had enjoyed from Spyro's Adventure and basically the franchise. And then, we saw a few figure prototypes, one for Spyro. We saw a Boomer prototype, a few molds for Tarclops, and we also saw some Spyro's Kingdom beta, alpha, whatever. So this is a cool feature that they were going to implement. I prefer what they actually did, and I'm glad they went through with it. But the figures, like originally, were supposed to activate when you swung your Wii remote or whatever over or on the Skylander, and that would activate it, and the Wii remote would actually contain all the data of the Skylander, which I thought was very interesting. And I thought that was pretty cool. And then one of the developers, his name was Mike Stout, I think. He went through the implementation and the reasoning behind certain starter characters of Skylanders. So, we had Trigger Happy, who, you probably already guessed this, but he would lob the pot of gold or the coin, depending on whenever. And that was for, you would have a straight attack, I think he said, a lob ability, and then a melee character, which you can kind of see, in the starter pack for, Spyro's Adventure. So that was very cool. That was a nice explanation. And then moving on to the Spyro's Kingdom gameplay, they kind of showed some of the beta levels. Speaking of levels, actually, before we get into the Spyro's Kingdom thing, kind of screwed that up there. Levels were supposed to be shorter, right? So they were supposed to be almost like heroic challenges. Some of the heroic challenges were old scrapped levels. And basically, there were supposed to be 80 levels in the game originally. They were supposed to be 5-minute levels that you would just turn on and play and mess around, and they would focus on a certain gameplay mechanic. There was a Gold Rush themed one with a pickaxe that you kind of break rocks and such, like you do in the Earth levels in Spyro's Adventure. So rather than spreading it out over multiple levels, it would just be a certain mini level that would have that. But most of those turned into heroic challenges, and a few of them were scrapped, so that was very interesting. But anyways, back to the Spyro's Kingdom kind of gameplay. There were supposed to be minions, so we have the basic 4 for Skylanders: Fire Dragon, Tarclops, Rock Dragon, Bash, and then Boomer, right? So those guys were supposed to be the first 4, and so they played through with them, but they were called minions. In Spyro's Kingdom, they were called minions, which is a very interesting choice. And I noticed that the gameplay they had was a beta version of Stone Town, kind of, and they had music from all different levels that were implemented into Spyro's Adventure later on, which I thought was a very weird thing for them to do, but I guess at the time, for a demo, it made more sense, so that was very cool. Tarclops was originally gonna be in the starter pack, along with, Fire Dragon, needs quotation there, because he later turned into Spyro, but then they then decided he wasn't even good enough, or, like, he was too similar to other properties, so they had to take him out of the starter pack because, you know, they don't want to get sued or anything. And the design team or whatever were told that it's because he had an eye and he was kind of a snail and all that stuff. I haven't really tried to think about what that character was, but I'm sure you can figure it out yourself. But he was canceled altogether after he was taken out of the starter pack, so I just thought that was very interesting, something that I didn't know at least. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Let's end it off with a fun fact that I thought was pretty funny. So, you know, they were demoing Spyro's Kingdom, and they would kind of like bring the figures, right? So they would have quite a few figures, and then while the demoers, so to speak, were talking or doing something else, that members of the meeting would just kind of take the Skylanders home to their children and kind of get them hyped about it, which they thought was a good sign of the game, which I think is just really funny that they would do that. So it's just a few little tidbits of information. It's probably still going to end up being a longer video on my channel because everything's like 2 minutes long. But if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, that's fine by me. But I just thought this was a great live stream. It was really nice of them to get this all organized. No one told them to do it. They kind of just did. And, I mean, I hope they do one next year for Giants. But anyways, thank you for tuning into Troll Radio. Oh, the Sky Ninja YouTube channel.